world. I'm Mac the Reactor, fresh out the trash compactor. You all know me by now. It's your favorite England-born, somewhat Australian-sounding Reactor. He's a big boss like Rick Ross. He goes harder than Slipknot. He's in permanent beast mode without even applying the cheat code, baby. He's so crazy. Man, I hope you all are going well, man. I know the world is in a really... We're not in the best place we've ever been in, right? But change is definitely going to come. As Sam Cooke said, Black Lives Matter all day, every day. As you'll know, I was at a protest on Saturday, so thank you all so much for watching my video, man. I shared a little video of us all of all different colors singing Where Is the Love by Black Eyed Peas. And honestly, because it wasn't a reaction video, I just thought it was something cool and extra I could share with you all. I didn't really expect much out of it, but you all have actually really reacted to it, man. And I want you all to know that this is what we're trying to do, man. If the police are calm, if the police are friendly, we're there to be peaceful too. Because the police had really good energy, we had really good energy all day. We didn't lay a hand on nobody. Nobody laid a hand on us. And I'm so glad that we got that done. Shout outs to all my people out there in America, man. Some of my friends, some of them are artists, but some of them are just regular everyday people out there in America right now. Some of them have been affected by it physically. Everybody's been affected by it mentally, and I hope all your mental health is going well too, man, because that's super important. Yes, we're going to get to other issues in the world, but I think we really need to take care of the biggest pandemic that's going on in the world right now, that is racism, and that is police injustice, man, because if they can't protect us, who will? Honestly, there's been so much progress that come from these protests. If anybody is unaware of those, I'd be more than happy to send you some information on what some of these protests have achieved already. But mostly, man, I want to help you all just get away from the negativity for a little while. Some of you all aren't able to attend protests. Some of you all just out of fear of the virus probably stayed home and didn't partake. Don't ever be mad at anybody that did. I knew the dangers when I went out too. But like I said, there's just something bigger going on. A virus that's been killing people for hundreds of years, man, okay? But if you all need any information on that, I can help you all feel positive by knowing a lot of changes coming from this. Officers have been arrested. Breonna Taylor's case has been reopened. So many good things, man. To keep the spirit good, I don't want to stay on this for too long because I want to keep you all in a place of positivity. We're going to get away from all this for a little while, just for a minute, and then we can go back to it. You know, let's not get lazy and go back to normality and just share memes all day and pointless stuff, because that's what the government want us to do. That's what the media channels want us to do. That's what the corrupt police departments want us to do, or individuals. They want us to stop talking about this stuff and go back to our normality, right? Let's never let ignorance be our normality ever again. But to get back into positivity, man, I always go out to my community, man, and I say, what do you want me to react to? So I'm going to shout out one of my Mac Packers. I love the Mac Pack, man, and you'll know it only takes one click to subscribe. It doesn't cost you a penny. And I want to shout out my man, Muhammad Bashir. He has said your videos are amazing. Thank you so much, my man. Your support is amazing. So please react to One Direction singing Zayn's part live versus Zayn Must Watch. It's about to be really interesting, man, because a lot of you all that joined my channel early on know that after about a month or so of having my channel active, I started reacting to Harry Styles. It started with the Falling performed live at the Brits Award. And then you all got me reacting to more Harry, and then some One Direction, then individual members. Now I have reacted to some Zayn. So now we're going to react to One Direction singing Zayn's part live versus Zayn Must Watch. Sorry for my lack of verbal control today. Shout out to Muhammad Bashir. Of course I can do that for you, man. I always want to give back to you guys. Thank you so much for your support. Sorry the intro was a little bit long. I think you all can forgive me under the circumstances, but I'm Mac. Let's have some fun. Let's get away from all the negativity for a minute. Let's put some Mac on this cheese. Come on, Zayn. I need to drink after that long intro.
Going out tonight changes into something real. Her mother doesn't like the kind of dress. Everything she never had, she's showing off. Going out tonight changes into something red. Her mother doesn't like the kind of dress. Reminds her of the missing piece of innocence she lost.
I want to say, man, like, you'll know that it's difficult to compete with Zayn's voice. Well, when I say that, I don't mean like individually. We love these guys for different reasons, right? Like I love Harry's voice and Niall's voice, the complete Louis's voice. I'll even say Liam's, but like more so, I'd say Louis and Harry are my guys that I've listened to probably the most, and maybe even gone back through the most. So maybe my voice has picked its my eardrum. Sorry, has picked its favorites, but it's like I love their voices individually for different reasons. But we have to agree, like when Zayn sings Zayn's parts, it's special, man, and he's got a really high. You know, he does what other members can't do. Let's be honest, that's what made them great. It's interesting to see how this is going to unfold, man.
Tonight changes into something red. Her mother doesn't like that kind of dress. Everything she never had, she's showing up. Going out tonight changes into something red. Her mother doesn't like that kind of dress. Reminds her of the missing piece of innocence she loved.
I'm going to tell you, based on what I just heard there, I think Liam and Niall did a great job, though. I'm going to say that. You know, we might miss Zayn, and I'm going to argue with you all over that. But let's be honest, Niall and Liam did a really good job. Wonder how they felt, though. Like, the first time they sung without Zayn. Like, I wonder how that felt. Would have been different, right?
She be my queen since we were 16. We want the same things, we dream the same dreams, alright. I got it all cause she is the one. Her mom calls me love, the dad calls me son, alright. She be my queen since we were 16. We want the same things, we dream the same dreams, alright. I got it all cause she is the one. Her mom calls me love and dad calls me son.
It's weird for me, man, because I kind of feel like Liam held it down. Is how I kind of feel. But then I hear Zayn sing it, and I'm like, it sounds so right, you know? But at the same time, I'm like newer to the 1D experience than some of y'all are. So for me, like if I had not have heard Zayn singing these parts first, some of these songs that I don't know, if I had just heard Liam sung them, I wouldn't have known the difference, you know, just out of my ignorance. But it sounds so right when Zayn's singing them, though. I don't know, it's confusing, man. I'm like torn between two different ways of thinking. Man, I'm not going to say anything about Niall's vocals because they were great, but I will say, how was the energy when it got to Zayn singing his own part, though? It's kind of like it's complete, right? It's weird. I feel so... Because I love Niall. You all know that. Like, everything I've heard from Heartbreak Weather so far, I love. I'm torn, man. I'm torn. See, that one became even tougher for me because, like, Harry is like one of them voices in One Direction that I really, really like one of the ones that I enjoy listening to solo a lot. So it's kind of like when I'm hearing Harry singing Zayn's part, I'm like, I love Harry's voice, but then I hear Zayn and I'm like, Zayn goes into this high octave that all of the One Direction band members can't go into. It's Zayn's pocket. It's his specialty. You know, the same way I would give Louis Tomlinson the tone throw, because I think his tone is the best, unbeatable. It doesn't have to be your favorite voice, or it doesn't even have to be the voice that you think is the most powerful, because it may not be the most powerful live, but his tone is amazing. Harry's different. Harry's voice is more like it's got a little bit more growl to it. It's a little bit more rock and roll, but he can kind of soften it too. I've heard him do that. Whereas Zayn is more, it's more like angelic. It more goes to like a high, you know what I'm saying? So it's tough for me, this one. It's tough. I think I've said that already, so you get it. It's a dance moves, I couldn't help it. Sounds so right. That's all I can say, man. It just sounds so right, man. So we're about to hear Liam again. Let's go. Ooh. That last clip was tough because the audio quality was different in both clips too. So like hearing Liam's part, it was always going to be better hearing Zayn's part on the other one because it was cleaner, it was more crisp. I will give credit to Liam though. In fact, I tell you what, let's just write out the rest of the clip. 10 seconds.
Take off all your makeup, baby, take it off. I just wanna watch you when you take it off.
Had to bring out the dance moves. You know what I mean? That was terrible, man. That was terrible. You know I'm not going to edit that out neither. My punishment to myself is I leave that stuff in. Firstly, in the second clip, that was much more crisp and clear. I want to say I love Liam Payne's high tops. I just want to get that out there. It's where my male mind is prioritizing. Yeah, that's kind of weird too, actually, the more I think about it. That's really what I took from that. In the first clip, it was a little bit harder to hear on that last one, but with Liam, I got to give him credit for being able to do that high pitch because it's not really in his bag of tricks. So he pulled that off really well. And plus, with the quality of the audio, I couldn't really hear it that great. So I got to kind of just give him credit. But then when Zayn sings Zayn's part, I mean, number one, feel the energy when they're all together. I mean, even Louis feels like he's even more in spirit, you know, when they're all together. And look, from what I hear, there were some problems between everybody when Zayn left, and I think a lot of them, you know, Zayn have valid reasons to part ways. From what I hear, I don't know the full story. From what I hear, from what little I know, but I know it impacted each band member in different ways, you know. So I mean, maybe that in turn is what throws the energy off sometimes when he's not around. But I feel like they kind of held it together really well, man. Like when I heard Niall doing some of Zayn's parts, I was like, but Niall kind of killed it, you know. Harry, he really killed it. There was maybe one part I think that Liam sang where when I heard Zayn sing, I was like, oh, makes so much more sense. But you know, I guess that's opinion at the end of the day. I really enjoyed it. Let's put it that way. That's the punchline. Is I really enjoyed it. I actually kind of enjoyed the parts when they were singing without him as well. Just the energy was different. That's all. Energy was different. I don't know. People don't seem to be talking about this idea of a 1D reunion anymore. And I'm getting the feeling if we were going to see maybe an Instagram live with them or whatever, you know, we would have seen that by now. So I don't know what's going on. But I really hope everybody gets what they want, man. Because, like, as a new fan, I would love to be a part of that moment and be able to witness it with you all. You know what I mean? Thoroughly enjoyed it, though. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Who recommended that clip to me again? I need to remember. Mohammed Bashir, you did it. You did it, my man. You gave me a good recommendation. Welcome to the channel every time. Thank you so much for subscribing. I was about to have difficulty saying subscribing, but then I think I got through it well. So I'm out of here. This outro is terrible, but thank you for sticking by and putting up with my terribleness. I appreciate it. I'm out.